everyone, happy new year, happy holidays, happy whatever day that you're watching this is. It's so good to be back on the film train and back to creating my 2021 vision board. Last year I did a whole series about how I created my 2020 vision board. I did a 3, a 6 month, and a 12-month check-in, and I wanted to do the same thing when it came to my 2021 vision board. I made it a little bit later this year, but better late than never. So if this is your first time ever hearing about vision boards or, setting goals for the new year, just know that even though it's the start of January, this is the perfect time to start. If you're watching this video serendipitously, it is supposed to be in your awareness so that you can create your ideal dream life for 2021. I'll have to link my past vision board, kind of how to create a feng shui vision board in the past down below. So if you have any questions about that, you can go watch that video. I also did host a workshop on how to create a 2020 vision board. So I promised my gals that I would be showing you mine, and it is right behind me here, and I'm very excited to, but we're not gonna make this too long. Let's bring it here. Da, 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 da. Here she is. I wish I kind of put my last year's vision board, but you know what? We're not talking about 2020, if you know what I mean. So this is my 2021 vision board. Oh, I love the way it turned out. When I was kind of planning it, it didn't feel like it was mine. It didn't quite hit home. It wasn't resonating. And now that it's all said and done, I actually really like the way that it turned out. I kind of told my gals in my workshop that I was going for a very soft, warm, awakening kind of theme. And I think it totally hit the mark with the aesthetic of that. If the lighting is kind of weird, the lighting is atrocious in here. These walls suck up sunlight and happiness, okay? So let's get right into it. I'm actually gonna zhuzh a little bit closer. So the upper left, it's upper right, but our upper left hand quadrant is supposed to be about fame, fortune, wealth, and those types of things. And I decided to pick the biggest photo that I could find of a loft because one of my biggest goals this year is to move into my own place with Carlos, my boyfriend. It's something that we've been discussing for the last couple of months, and this year we really want to get serious about that. And one of our dream places to live would be a loft, even though there really aren't any lofts like this, like a 2-story loft to rent in Windsor. We just love the idea of it. So this was pretty much the only thing I had to represent wealth on this page. I also do have a little 100,000 money kind of marker here, but that's in the business section. But that's the thing with feng shui, you can use it as a guide, but still at the same time, use your creativity, use what you want, move things around as you feel looks best to you. It's not a one size fits all, you can do what you want. Moving over to fame and reputation, I love this section. I was able to find pictures of princesses, Nia Franklin, who's a former Miss America. I'll go a little bit closer. The queen herself, Michelle Obama. So these are really just the women that I want to look up to. Last year, I put different supermodels, actresses, women like that, but I just think these women are so regal and truly just embody and exemplify the type of image that I want to project and present for myself moving forward. I also chose to place words like the Queen because I am competing in a pageant, Royal International Miss Canada, that I hope to win and then move on to go to internationals. I have Shape magazine, which is obviously a women's health and wellness magazine. Being a personal trainer and a pageant competitor, I would love to have any kind of segment or segue into the fitness world when it comes to magazines and photo shoots. I just haven't quite tapped into that just yet. Moving on into the relationships. This is the love and relationship section. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm pretty sure I was just as all over the place as I am today. So here I have some bright blinds and they're open and they're looking out. And to me, this is so cheesy, but this represents being in a place of my own with my boyfriend and us waking up each day and being able to look out at life together, whatever, super cheesy, but you get what I mean. I did also put an engagement ring here. I swear, I think everyone and their mother got engaged this year except for me, which I am totally okay with. But that's just like a huge thing. Like, I think 3 of my friends got engaged. 3 of our friends are getting married this year. We're gonna let them all pass, and then it'll be our turn to get engaged. But no rush on that, for real. But it's just kind of nice to have that in my awareness horizon. And then I also do have the word home, because that's what we want to buy. Moving on, so this quadrant, that's supposed to be right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, you know. It's supposed to be right here. This one is usually like family and community, and I don't think I did much with it last year, and I didn't really do much with it this year. The one thing that I had that I wanted to go in this section, it just didn't quite fit, was the word enjoy. This lighting, I swear. We're just gonna tilt her upside down like that. So it was the word enjoy. I have great family relationships, and I just want to keep maintaining them and enjoying them. Moving over to the middle quadrant, the beef and potatoes of it all, or as I like to say, the tofu and potatoes of it all. Health, wellness, vitality, things of that sort. The whole idea is that if you do not have your health and wellness, which is at the center of everything, ain't none of this gonna matter. Ain't none of it gonna happen. So, smack dab in the middle of the board is my word of the year, which is so basic and so cheesy. But when I wasn't even gonna use this word. I wasn't even gonna use the word happy, but some things just weren't going. And when I put it there, I was like, yeah, that's it. Because the last couple of years, I always felt like I was achieving something. Like I needed to achieve a certain status in my community, or I wanted to develop, more discipline, and I wanted to, be more outside the box. I wanted to create more. I wanted to become more developed. And I feel like I don't need to work on those things as much as they are just a part of who I am now. And so I just want to really enjoy each day, each avenue that life takes me, because I feel like I got away from that last year. I think we all got a little bit shook last year with the pandemic. So I think that happiness and finding like my bliss and my self-care are gonna be the things that I want to really focus on this year, and just maintaining that. So happiness, just as a good reminder. I have the words live and let live. I have a couple, fancy gals. She's doing yoga. I definitely want to do more yoga and stretching at least once a week. And she's, punching all the bad people away, because I always love to say to my personal trainer that I just want to be like a weapon. That is my goal when I train, and I want to maintain that. Hopefully be able to do some chin-ups one day, but gyms are closed, we'll see. So that is representing this kind of area. I also have jumping to 2021. I always like to kind of put the year somewhere on here, just so it represents that, next year I have to create a new one. My vision is always gonna be evolving for the year. Moving over, this next one is children and creativity. I did this one last year. I put a picture of a French bulldog because those are like my children. Although I don't have any yet, I would love to one day. And this fancy photo here of this girl with this beautiful kind of, what would you call it, chain-like gown, just represents the creativity I want to move forward with in modeling and runway, things of that nature. I wanted to have something that kind of represented that. Moving on, we have wisdom and self-knowledge. So I always take this as like my spirituality, and I'm not gonna lie, friends, that got away this year. That was not very present for most of the year, while it should have been. Like, that should have been the number one thing I was focusing on, and unfortunately, it got away from me, and I focused on like 100 other things, but that's okay. So what I wanna do is I really wanna focus on being free. I wanted to maintain a sense of bliss, which is just where you live in this state of contentment each day. And typically you achieve that through spiritual practices like meditation, journaling. I have the word peace on earth, love that. This girl, she's just fancy. She looks like she's freely flying whichever way her life goes, and that's how I want to be. Moving on. So the next one is career. So here I have boss, and I don't just mean like the boss of my career. I just want to be the boss of my life. Love that for me. I did have the word be the boss last year. I have $100,000. I don't know if I'm gonna make $100,000, but that's the great thing. You put it on the vision board, and when it happens, December, of 2021, you're just like, oh, that's amazing. Meeting space redefined, especially going through a career change of being a registered nurse to now moving into the coaching training field. It's definitely I've had to redefine and re-elaborate to other people how making this career choice is so much better for me, and just redefining what it means to have a career and be happy and love what you do. So this just emphasizes that, my work isn't just at work. It's in my room. It's at my boyfriend's house if it needs to be. It's at a coffee shop if I meet with a potential client. Like, there's just so many ways I facilitate my career now that it's not just one spot. And then I also have my income will increase 20%. I think that's just a really great wording that I was able to find in a title. And that's absolutely something that I think is achievable with my side hustle of pageant coaching, personal training. Definitely something that will happen. And then in the last quadrant, this bottom quadrant over here, is travel and helpers. I always take kind of the travel side over the helper side, but again, do what suits you best, and it also kind of depends on what you find in your magazines or what photos you print out. So this is like a nice relaxing cabana and more relaxing chairs in a backyard, because I don't know that we're gonna be able to travel too much in 2021, and that's okay with me. And I kind of took this as I wanted to find relaxation in either, let it be my backyard, or just by going outside and relaxing, going on more patios. That's how I wanted to take this one. And I found a couple of nice photos that make me smile and kind of go with the theme, the vibe, the aesthetic of the 2021 vision board. There you have it. She's up on the wall for the year. We're gonna leave her there, look at her, every so often, and really just kind of remind myself of what I'm trying to accomplish, what I'm trying to achieve. I don't have all of my goals necessarily, laid out on my vision board. I wanted it to be very simple and clear of the life that I want to create and embody for myself. And I hope that you got a lot out of this too, and that it propels you to want to make your own vision board, because there are still like almost 11 and a half months left of this year, so much time to do so. And if you ever wanted any help, like I said, I'm gonna link a couple of videos down below. I'll have to link the kind of template that I used to create the vision board. That way you can do so as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like, you can subscribe to this channel down below. I will also link my social media so we can connect on there, and you can send me your vision board so that way I can cheer you on all of 2021. That's all for today, and I look forward to seeing you in another future video. Bye.